Oh dear. Hello, so today we're going to be doing a fawn makeup look. I posted a status or a question on my Facebook page asking what people would like to see, and gave a couple options, and the option that was the most popular was fawn makeup. I did a fawn costume, I guess you would call it. It's a costume. I wore it for Halloween, wore it to work, and that was in 2015. I looked it up. I didn't think it was that long ago, but it was. I pulled out from storage. I made some little antlers for that, put some flowers, made little fabric ears to put on it. It's looking a little squished, a little sorry, but it'll do the job for this video. To start, I've already put on a primer. I've moisturized and put on an actual primer because the past couple photos I've actually felt like my skin looked really good with this primer, so I'm going to keep going with it. I'm going to put on a foundation, just my regular color that I would normally wear, and smooth that on my sponge and start going to town. While I get all this foundation in place, I would tell you that this makeup look is going to, I probably should have said this in my intro. This makeup look can be done with all conventional makeup, so things that you either find in your regular drugstore or things that you get at Sephora or wherever you normally buy makeup. And I'll put on just a little bit of, I scored myself with concealer. I'm going to put down a little concealer, again using the colors that are natural for my skin tone. I'm going to powder this so that it doesn't go anywhere. I'm going to go in with a white concealer now. You can use just the lightest color that you can find, or depending on your skin tone, maybe just something that's noticeably lighter than your skin tone, because we're going to want to have a contrasting colors like you might see on an animal. They often have a lighter underside and lighter like chin and jaw. I think what I did last time is I tended to keep things kind of really light on the cheekbones. I actually made the nose dark, I think, but the cheekbones I lightened up, and kind of this area I lightened up, and under the nose I lightened up. That's all I did. This stuff is pretty potent, so I'm going to not add too much more just yet. So let's blend that in. Alright, we'll stick with that for now. You can always add more like fleshy toned or darker concealer if we want to tone some of that down, or add more white on top if we want to lighten that even further. Then I do want to darken a good portion, so I'm going to go with a contour kit. I have like one of these, I want to call it a fan brush, but it's thicker than your typical fan brush. If you can get a brush that like this that will allow you a little more precision, that's a great thing to have on hand. If not, you can take a powder brush. Sorry, it's a little dirty. Take a powder brush and just pinch it so it flares out a little bit. I don't know if it's focusing. Pinch it so it flares out, and it's also a little thinner that way. Take your brush, load up some of your darker color, and start darkening your forehead. I'm going to darken my nose, and then to help make my face, especially since I have a round face, look more long and deer-like, I'm going to be doing some severe contouring. If you already have a very thin or long face, you might not have to do that quite as severely. I am a different person and a different shape than I was back in 2015. So this has to be modified just a little bit. So we'll stick with that base for now. And since I'm thinking about it, I might apply a little bit of that white on my throat. Depending on what you'll be wearing with this, you may not, or just your personal preference, you may not have to actually put anything on your neck, but I try to bring things down onto my neck if I can. You never know when a collar will fail you. Next, I want to pop on some brows. I will start with my natural brow, or my typical brow color, but I have a feeling I'm going to have to go darker because we're going to want a more dramatic look. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with something darker. So, one moment. Changing plans, going to straight up brownish black eyeliner. For now, I'm going to keep them pretty standardly shaped for me. And I'm going to use a little spoolie from the other end of my brow pencil just to brush that in. Oh, my reference photo is on the camera I'm recording on. I was going to look at my photo from 2015, and that's just not available right now. So I think I'm going to do darker eyeshadow on top and keep it real light underneath. Conveniently, I'm holding my mattes. So I'm going to use these brown mattes to start. I'm going to try using, I haven't done this in a long time, using a piece of cardboard or leftover packaging like I am, or paper. I'm going to try this this thing to give myself a sharper works okay. I'm not going to leave this like this. I do want to fill this in a little bit more. I think I'll actually bring this in here too. Kind of bringing it in to my tear duct and like right up against my bone here, so even a little further in than where my eye ends on the inside. Let's do another brownish orangish color. Put that on my lid. See how I feel about that. Let's also add this bony color on top. Alrighty, and so now I'm going to take eyeshadow pencil. I'm going to take an eyeshadow pencil and add that under here, just to whiten this even more. And just blending that out a little bit. little bit. I'm taking white eyeshadow, matte white eyeshadow on eyeshadow brush and setting all that work I just did. I'm going to get liquid liner. And I'm going to do cat eye, both on the outside and also a little, would you call it a wing on the inside? A little point on the inside. Okay. Sorry, that took quite a long time. When I was doing my eyeliner, I made it very long, and I have hooded eyes. So when I make it long like that, when I'm looking down, the line might look normal, but when I open my eyes, it looks very droopy, and I didn't want that droopy effect. So I utilized a technique that I saw another artist use, and I'm sorry, I don't remember her name, otherwise I would give her credit, but what she would do is she would, when her eyes open, draw a line from the point of her eyeliner to where it should connect with your eyeliner when your eyes open, and then when the eye is closed, she just drew like a little curved line to attach it, and it was a very kind of unique looking eyeliner that would allow you to have a less droopy looking eyeliner when your eyes are open and you have hooded eyes, and you still get to have a really long wing. So that is the technique I used for this eyeliner. If you don't have hooded eyes, you don't have to do that. Or if you have hooded eyes and don't want to do that, you can just do a little bit shorter of a wing. I extended the eyeliner to make kind of a false lower waterline to kind of give the illusion or the impression of like larger eyes as well. I will put on mascara after I finish the rest of the face. I want to finish, do a spray of the fixative spray, and then put on mascara. We're going to draw on our nose. You can do this with a pencil eyeliner, a liquid eyeliner, a black lipstick, shadow pencil, whatever you can get your hands on. I'm using a really chubby liquid liner. And when I look at a deer nose or many animal noses, it dips in the middle, so I'm going to draw that first. And then flares out almost like a triangle. So go down here. Maybe I can come a little closer for you. I've done my dip and coming down the side of the nose. And I think I want a little more, I want it to look a little more straight. So looking straight into my mirror, and I'm going to draw it that way. Then their noses come to a V at the bottom, so I'll draw that V. I'm making my skin taut just because it's easier to draw on taut skin. And in this instance, I don't think it matters. Okay. So we have our nose on, and then many animals have, I don't think it's super prominent, but we want it to be prominent in for our makeup just because it really helps sell the animal feeling. So we're going to draw a line coming down from the point that we drew under our nose to connect with our lip. And the next step, my lips are going to be two different colors. So the top lip I'm going to just color in as black. And I'm using my eyeliner because I don't have a black lipstick. If you have a liner that you're using on your mouth or anything other than your eyes, you kind of keep that eyeliner just for non-eye stuff. For the bottom lip, I'm going to go back in with the eyeshadow stick again. If you have a white lipstick, you're free to use that. The white concealer I have probably would work as well, but I'm going to go with this guy. I'm going to powder that lower lip so that it doesn't transfer too much onto my black. With a darkish brown shade. And I'm going to chisel my nose a little bit more to kind of, again, give that elongated feel, kind of intensify that. And then the thing that really sells this, besides the fact that you will most likely be wearing the antlers or ears that match your animal, is fawns have like those white spots on them. So if you can get a pencil, eyeshadow pencil, that would be the best thing. But you could do this with dots of white concealer. So I just touch my skin and twist. You get these perfect little, just for the sake of demonstrating things, I'm going to try putting some of this liquid white concealer, if you have a liquid white lipstick or a liquid any other kind of makeup. If this works, what I'm about to do, you can go ahead and use this method as well. So I'm putting a little bit of white liquid makeup. I'm taking a eyeshadow brush, but using the other end. Hope you can see that. I like shoving this in your face and that. Take an eyeshadow brush, use the other end if it's got a rounded end, and I'm just going to dip into, can you see? Dip into that makeup, and I'm going to dot this on my face, and we'll see how that looks. So that works. You have to then dab your little eyeshadow brush handle into a separate makeup. From here, I'm going to spray to set this makeup, and then I'll put on mascara, and that's I think that's it. Okay, so let's spray. Don't forget your neck, if you did makeup on your neck. So that is all of the face makeup on. So to recap, put on your preferred base, whatever that may be, whether you want to put on foundation plus concealer, the whole beat, or you just want to cover up some spots with concealer, whatever you want to do for your canvas. Once you have your canvas, you're going to want to use a darker color on the forehead and on the nose, and maybe on like your jawline, and then you'll use a lighter color on the cheekbones and under your nose and on your chin, maybe down the center of your neck if you want. Blend that all out. You want to intensify your eye look because you're going to want to bring attention to the eyes, especially for like I said, like a fawn you think, or a doe, you think of like large kind of, dewy eyes. And then for the fawn look specifically, you're going to want to add little white spots that kind of help indicate the youth of the young, fawn, and the black nose with the line down the center and the black upper lip, all together really give that kind of animal vibe. So that's the completed look. We have our makeup on, we have our antlers on. I put on a green sweater because that's a foresty color. You know, wear a cream top or a brown top, or you know, whatever you feel goes with your particular animal. Or if you can find like a onesie or an actual costume that gives you kind of like a deer-like animal, whatever suits your vibe. So this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something or were entertained. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a like, subscribe, share. Any and all of that will help. If you didn't enjoy, you don't have to do those things, but I would really appreciate it if you took the time to do at least one of those things if you got something out of this video. And so I thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!